Words have power. Ever notice how the commies constantly call truth tellers, conservatives, patriots, white Americans, and Americans of color fascists, racists, and bigots? It's not just because they're crazy, stupid, and ignorant. And while all these states of being definitely play a part, this annoying phenomenon did not come out of nowhere.
In 1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, "When certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them after suitable buildups as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic.
Fascist political party.
Radicals on the far right.
Anti-Semitic.
Xenophobic.
Transphobic.
Uncle Tom's
white supremacist.
Domestic terrorist.
Neo-Nazi organizer.
Nazis.
You are an anti-vaxxer.
Anti-vaxxers.
Racist.
And use the prestige of anti-fascist and tolerance organizations to discredit them.
My name is Heidi Byrick, and I am the director of the Southern Poverty Law Center. We have a history of all of this kind of bigotry, xenophobia, racism. It's part of our DNA.
Charlie Kirk, SBLC. This is the second article, Tim. And it's Charlie Kirk, white supremacist, dead at 31.
Let's bring in the CEO of the Anti-Defamation League, Jonathan Greenblatt.
I'm pretty out there saying anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism because it is.
We recommit ourselves to dismantling Islamophobia, anti-Muslim and anti-immigrant hatred, and all forms of dehumanization, racism, and white supremacy.
Tonight, the ACLU of Southern California is alleging racist and unjust policies.
How is the NAACP, despite being nonpartisan, thinking about a potential Donald Trump second term or presidency?
It's about whether or not we have a democracy or we have fascism. We are looking at Nazism Part 2.
We know he's a racist.
In the public mind, constantly associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind.
We can and must write in a language which sows among the masses hate, revulsion, and scorn toward those who disagree with us.
This is Yuri Bezmenov, a former high-ranking KGB officer who defected to the United States in the late 70s. Around 40 years ago, Yuri went on to television and tried warning America about the psychological operations the communists were carrying out against us to divide and conquer the United States.
In the language of the KGB, or psychological warfare. What it basically means is to change the perception of reality of every American to such an extent that despite of the abundance of information, no one is able to come to sensible conclusions in the interests of defending themselves, their families, their community, and their country. It's a great brainwashing process.
The brainwashing of American youths into anti-racist robots has captured nearly half of the American people. And the purveyors of this ideology can now safely admit that anti-racist ideology is truly the ideology of
Marxism-Leninism ideology is being pumped into the soft heads of at least 3 generations of American students without being challenged or counterbalanced by the basic values of Americanism, American patriotism.
And now that so many Americans have been poisoned against their own racial, ethnic, and national interests, what about the social, academic, political, and cultural leaders who got us here?
They are contaminated. They are programmed to think and react to certain stimuli in a certain pattern. You cannot change their mind, even if you expose them to authentic information, even if you prove that white is white and black is black. You still cannot change the basic perception and the logic of behavior.
As I'm sure you've noticed, many of these anti-racist progressives cannot be swayed by logic, reason, facts, research, photographs, or even authentic video totally proving them wrong. I've noticed it, and I've earnestly tried to understand the way their minds work. But alas, trying to reason or understand them is like trying to reason with a brick wall.
In other words, these people, the process of demoralization is complete and irreversible. To get rid society of these people, you need another 20 or 15 years to educate a new generation of patriotically minded and common sense people who would be acting in favor and in the interests of the United States society.